Hello everyone. So let's start with the very important part of the pre-processing pipeline of the machine learning model deployment, which is the data collection. Why do we need to collect this data? Data collection, it is like the key. Why did I say the term key? Because before we train any model or to test any model, what is a model? To solve the real life problems, we as a data scientist or as an AI engineer, we develop a lot of models. So based on the problems which are given, based on the problem statement which are given to us, we develop model. So to develop a model, we need to train the model and to test the model. You may think we need to also you can also think that we need to create a model. So creation of model is just like a single step. Creation of model is like a single step because models are already predefined in the libraries of the Python, which may be like this. Like if you consider the library of scikit-learn, there are many predefined models which are already defined in this scikit-learn library. So creation of model, we don't need to put lot of effort. Creation of model, for example, there is a model called linear regression. You don't need to think deep of about this model. Think of it just as a model. So while you create a model, you don't need to write the whole code of it, the internal implementation of the model. You just need to write a single line of the code. You don't need to write all the steps involved in this creation. So keep this creation aside. That is, you don't need to struggle in the creation process. So what you need to focus is mainly on the training part and on the testing part. So training is the key. So to train this model, or later when you test this model, you train this model on the related data. This data should be cleaned, structured and labeled. So this data plays a key role for this model development and the deployment. So based on this data, the model will give accurate results for our problem. For example, if we want to create a model which says whether it will rain today or not. So it will rain, yes or no. So if we are creating a model related to this data, related to this statement, so we need to feed the model the data related to the past weather conditions. Like yesterday the temperature was this and it not rained. And we may also give the extra features which may include whether there was cloud formation, the temperature, etc. features, and we give the final output as yes or no. So this data of past like 1 year or any 6 months, so this huge data which is collected, we feed this collected to our model. So based on this collected data, we train our model. So this data, whatever data we are giving, this data should be clean, structured and also labeled. So when this model is trained, so it will give accurate results. That is, it will rain today or not. Okay, this accuracy of the model or the precision values of this model should be very much good. That is, they depend very much on this data. So data plays a key role for the model results, like prediction of values. So we must be very familiar with this, or we may not know. This is a very good statement which was given in the in the previous years. That is the garbage in and the garbage out. So garbage in, whatever data we give to this model, the model's accuracy or precision will be shown. That is, data plays a key role. So that is why we collect data to feed our model. This is how data is important. And if we see, so how do we collect this data? This data can be collected from various sources. For example, just I am giving you an overview of how this data is collected. In the next video, we will see how this data is collected from different types of sources and the examples of the sources. So first thing, consider you are working on a project for yourself. So we as an AI scientist, we deal with lot of projects. So if you are working on any project, you may consider collection of data from any online website. So one such website is Kaggle. Kaggle is a famous website. You can search Kaggle on Google and you can create an account. It is just like a one-step process, like just you create your Instagram accounts. So in such way you can create account on this Kaggle. It is just a simple way. And on the left side you can see an option called datasets. So in this Kaggle website there are many datasets available, and this datasets can be downloaded as zip files or any files, and you can just use them through this website by downloading. So one such option is Kaggle. And the second option, consider you are working on a project called you need to give suggestions for this e-commerce website. So if you're working on any website like Amazon and you want to give suggestions based on the past feed, you don't collect data from this Kaggle, because if you're working on this particular website you need to collect data from this particular website only. So collection of data within this website only refers to the collection of data from database. So this is the second way of collection of data from database. And the third way is not most widely used, but you can see, this is collection of data from devices. So you may see many people wear wristbands and rings. So these are called as devices. They are not just meant for fashion, they actually collect data of the person. For example, they may collect pulse rate or the flow of the blood and the temperature, etc. This kind of data is collected from the devices, and we can collect this data from the devices and we can use for this model. For example, if we want to create if we are working on a model which predicts whether the BP of the patient or the sugar levels or the heart rate, etc. So such kind of data or such kind of models collect data from the devices of the persons. So this is the overview of the data collection, and in the next video we will see how data is collected from various sources. Thank you.